Our studio guest this week is Wayne Gilroy. How's things getting on with yourself, Wayne?
Can't complain, Keith. Thanks for having me up.
No bother indeed. So tell us, you're actually from Navan, but you do be up in Dublin quite a bit, gigging as well.
Yeah, I live in Navan 12 years now. I'm originally from Ballybrack in South County Dublin, and got married to a woman who was originally from Kells, so Sharon. So we got a house in Navan, and I think it was the year 2000 for the cheap prices, back down to that mark again now, of course, but they were cheap at the time. So yeah, 3 kids: Lauren, Brooke, Michaela, and just the last couple of years when the recession kicked in, I says, what am I going to do? I was out of work and I was bored, so I says, I used to play the guitar in the mid-90s to the late 90s, and I got it out of the wardrobe, dusted it off, and I started playing again. So that's what I've been doing over the last last 3 or 4 months. Basically, the last couple of months, I'm hopping all over the place in Dublin, from open mic to open mic, and I have about maybe 8 or 9 songs that I would play, each time I go up and play, probably 3 or 4 different ones, so just to keep it a bit fresh, So yeah, songwriting, I think, is I prefer to hear other people's songs, write my own songs rather than hear covers, because you're showing part of yourself in your songs, and it's got to be original with your thoughts and share whatever you're thinking, So that's the idea behind my songs, anyway. So there you go.
Right, well, we might get you to kick into a song to give listeners an idea of what you're going to be doing. So tell us what song you're going to do for us.
This song is called Leaving Babylon. It's about I only wrote it about 4 weeks ago, and it seems to be popular enough every time I play it. I'm always interested in the book of Revelations, and there's two kind of tale of 2 cities. There's Babylon and there's Jerusalem. Spiritually, it would be Jerusalem, and most people are in Babylon without even realising it, so, which is the love of themselves, love of the flesh, love of money, whatever, etc., etc. So this is about leaving Babylon. Would you leave Babylon if you recognised you were even in it? So that's the story behind this song, Okay, I'll play it for you now. Would you walk with me tonight? Would you step into the light? Give up on all you hold so strong. Would you walk away from Babylon? There's a time to let go. What you reap, you first must sow. Now you say you know right from wrong. Would you walk away from Babylon? You say there's nobody there. You've claimed to have looked everywhere. You say there's nothing, oh God, to find. You're lost in the dark depths of your mind. Would you listen if I called? Would you go the way of Saul? Rebuke the devil till he's gone. Would you walk away from Babylon? Would you walk away from Babylon? Would you walk away from Babylon?
Very good. Leaving Babylon, Wayne Gilroy performing for us on During the Week on West Dublin Access Radio 96 FM. Tell us, when did you first start getting into songwriting?
Oh, well, in the late 90s, I used to, when I was young, I used to go to Temple Bar, and there was a place, Temple Bar Music Centre, and the International Bar, Monday nights and Wednesday nights, and Dave Murphy was actually used to run the Monday night one, but you get 1 or 2 songs unplugged Well, when I got married, I started working. I was working I was working in IBM, and I was doing shift work, so I kind of didn't really have the time for the guitar, So I put it into the wardrobe, and that was it for about 12 years until the recession came. Thank God for the recession. But yeah, I had one or two songs then, and I always kind of, from the first time I started picking up guitar, I was always trying to write a song for some, I was more interested in that than trying to play somebody else's songs or whatever, Christy Moore and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it just appealed to me to, you kind of, you give your ideas in the world and your thoughts on things in your own songs. Like, that's what you write about, and you're showing a bit of yourself to the world, But yeah, in the last in October, I think you had a songwriters club in Parnell Square. So I seen that on Facebook, so I went up to that, and it was quite interesting. So things kind of snowballed from there. I made a few contacts, and the open mics, I started looking out for the open mics, and myself and a couple of other fellas started to basically go on all the open mics in Dublin. It was always in Dublin, but a lot of travelling. But yeah, it's great to be able to play. The fact that the pubs are so empty these days, they know quite well that if they invite 20 singers in, that they will get, you're guaranteed 20 people to buy 20 drinks at least. So it's a good thing, probably, for that type of thing. Yeah, after your songwriters thing, I really got down to writing songs. I was reading Keith Richards' autobiography, and I got a lot of material out of that for inspiration. Then you have to find something to write about. A lot of people I notice write about love and, the girl that got away, this kind of stuff. But I don't really write about that kind of stuff. I nearly get all my lyrics from, believe it or not, from the Bible stories. As is Leaving Babylon, from Revelation and that kind of stuff. That's where I always use my lyrics. Come from basically Bible stories. I know U2 used to do that originally. If you listen to U2's songs, The Unforgettable Fire and I Will Follow, and With or Without You, and Pride in the Name of Love, One Man Come in the Name of Love, this kind of stuff. If you look deeper into what they're writing about, you think they're writing about women, but they're not really writing about women, So it's quite interesting. That's what I'm into anyway. I'm not saying anybody else has to be, but that's where I get my material from, and it's the Bible stories are, it's an endless catalogue of material. You can't it's unbelievable, you can't get away from it when you start reading it. And yeah, so that's where I get my material from. Basically, I throw a couple of Bible verses into every song, and there's always a meaning.
As well as your life experience kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you see, everyone wants to be kind of remembered. That's the thing. When you look at people and what are people into, they all want to leave a mark on the world, That's what they want. The rich people leave statues, and kings, kings and queens, where there are statues all over the place. But they're dead. Songwriters, when they write a song, they want, well, when I'm dead, at least my song will live on, So there's always that type of thinking that people want to leave a mark on the world, But yeah, we all think we're going to live forever, eternity is sewn into each person's heart, probably, but we're not, so yeah, so I started looking into all these stories about 3 years ago, and coincided with the music, the songwriting, so I kind of incorporated my new belief system into the songs, and that's the way I do it, so whether people recognise it or not, I'm not too sure, but that's where I get the lyrics from, so, and the stories, so.
That's very good, yeah. Very interesting philosophy that you have. And do you actually write the lyrics first or the music first, or what way does it come about when you're actually structuring a song together?
Well, I used to kind of pick up a guitar and just start, ba 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 ba, and try to go from there. And if you get a decent melody, add some words into it, and verses and whatever, and try to make something of that. But the last few weeks, I'm trying to change the format a bit, whereby I'm picking out a subject first and have a storyline in my head and try to get a melody to that, which is a new way. It's a new way of doing it. So I actually wrote a song there a couple of weeks ago, using that format. It's as you said, about life experiences. So it was a different kind of thing for me to do. It's about it's about these people. We all know them. It's not about me, by the way. It's called Whiskey River, and it's about people who kind of live their whole lives in pubs and think this is the thing to do, and it's an illusion, and maybe it's an addiction. Who knows? But they give off the impression that the pub is brilliant and all this kind of stuff, when if they were being honest, they would say it's not. So, but it's probably the addiction. And anyway, the song is called Whiskey River, and it's just a different style of song. I'll play it now if you want to. Yes.
We'd like to hear that very much. Go for it then, so.
Whiskey River is bringing me down, got me slipping under, got my head spinning round, but that's all right, and that's what they say. Will you have another, make you feel okay? Well, don't go home, stay here with your friends. It's a vicious circle, it never ends. It's time for a fight, like the night before. Put a brick through the window and kick in the door. 'Cause Whiskey River is bringing me down, got me slipping under, got my head spinning round, but that's all right, and that's what they say. Will you have another, make you feel okay? And I'll be sleeping on my own again. I'll be locked out of my mind in a whiskey river, in a whiskey river, in a whiskey river, in a whiskey river.
Yeah, Wayne Gilroy performing Whiskey River on During the Week on West Dublin Access Radio 96 FM. Now, you were saying the Songwriter Club gave you a lot of